you go to this place, you have no space, your shoulder goes back. But as soon as you start moving, everything needs to be soft. Everything needs to be soft. So the shoulders just turn. They don't roll back and forward like this, yeah? So as soon as you're moving your shoulder, soft, soft, tight, yeah? Softer, yeah? That feeling. Okay, look, at this point here, my body is still in the contact with the ground, yeah? If I do this, okay, if I do this, I'm actually sort of breaking off from the ground. And since I'm losing my balance, I'm going to create a lot of tension. So what I'm actually suggesting is that you actually try this. Real slow. And actually, as I do this rotation here, my body stays in contact with the ground. Versus, more. See? You see the difference? So when you step, you want to just make the movement simple and effective. You don't want to do extra movement. If you have extra movements in your system compensating for stiffness, especially in the hips, your kino nagai will be blocked. Yeah? Okay, so quite a few of you, when you move, you make an adjustment, there's an adjustment, and then you move. And essentially what you're actually doing is compensating for a hip work. Your hip work needs to be this movement. So as I move through, I just melt into, I'm rolling through the hips. If that movement is blocked, I make an adjustment. Okay? So the footwork is really that symptom of body work. So what we're going to do is we're just going to work with that. So here, I want you to, so your center just presses into your foot. But you don't make an adjustment and get around the foot. Yeah, because they hit. Yeah? So this is really being able to do this motion. So as I do this, I just go into the foot and move. I just go into the foot and move. I go into the foot and move. I go into the foot and move. See? Then it's just straightforward and simple. Look, right. There's two things happening. Firstly, okay, I'm not going to move my foot, which means I'm going to stiffen up my leg. Yeah? That's not the solution. Not moving the foot is not the point. Not having to move the foot is the point. Yeah? The other one is I go side to side, like that. And here I'm getting around the stiff hip. Yeah, but all the Suburi take place on the line, and all the application work takes off. But the Suburi on the line makes you use the hips much more. So here what you want to solve it by doing this. But not solve it by doing this. And definitely don't solve it by doing that. And don't solve it by doing this, zigzag. Yeah? Okay? So solve it by releasing